Hey kiddos, it's Mrs. B here. I am creating some art with you at home. So you have just looked through a presentation about Wayne Thiebaud. So he is an amazing American artist. He's one of my favorites. I love the fun quality of his art. So like the colors are really fun. I also love how tasty everything looks. And then I do love how he is able to achieve this really nice 3D look to his flat paintings. So everything that he does create is flat on a canvas, but he's able to sort of trick our eye into believing that the things inside of his paintings are 3D. So he does it a couple of different ways, but today your goal is to practice a few shapes, creating them in a three-dimensional way. So if you take a look here, an oval is a flat shape, two-dimensional shape. An oval is a two-dimensional shape, and lines are also very two-dimensional. When you put all of those elements together in this way, then it starts to create an illusion of a three-dimensional shape. So I'm going to go through a few different line drawings with you on how to create some three-dimensional shapes that you might want to use in your next part of the project. So again, we are going to be creating art very similar to Wayne Thiebaud. You're going to create a food drawing, and you are going to create that drawing in a way that tricks the eye into believing it's 3D. So again, think about that while we're going through some shapes today. So again, this one is what I would consider the cake shape. So I'm going to do a smaller version right here. I'm going to do two lines first. Rainbow, smiley, smiley. That's one way to do it. Or you can do like this. Oval, line, line, oval. Now, if you notice here in this cake, I kind of omitted or left out the top part of the oval just because then it looks more convincingly 3D. With this oval in here, it kind of looks like you can see through the shape. So if you were drawing like a glass, that would make some sense. But if we're drawing a cake, we're gonna do something more like this. So again, oval, line, line, and then this time only do the bottom part of the oval, okay? To make this more convincing that it is a cake, you can add like a cherry on the top. Maybe you want to add some icing dripping down. Maybe you want to add some decorations. So you can do fun stuff like that with line as well. All right, next one we're going to give a try. We're going to try an ice cream cone. So to create an ice cream cone, the oval is important. The letter V, or almost a triangle, is important. Circle is important. And then you can add a little like moon shape to create a shimmer that makes it look more like a sphere. So again, oval, triangle, or the letter V, circle on top, and then a moon shape to create the illusion of like a shimmer or a shine, right? You can add another cherry, you can add some hot fudge. Now in here, again, we have that like glass effect again. So what you do to avoid that is you can erase like this and get rid of that out of there so that it looks more like the circle or the sphere is sitting on top of the cone. Okay? All right. Some other ones to try. We can try to do a slice of pie. In order to do a slice of pie, you are going to do first a rectangle. I make my rectangles nice and big and you'll see why. And then we're going to do a triangle. Now when you do the triangle, notice that I did not a perfectly equilateral triangle. I tried to make one like very obtuse angle here, and a very tiny acute angle there. So I'm going to do it that way. Now when I put those pieces together, watch what happens. All right, here we go. There's my rectangle. Here is my triangle. Right, okay. Now I'm going to turn it into a piece of pie by adding a crust. Whoop. And I'm going to add some kind of pie filling in the middle. Alright, So there's a slice of pie. We can also do cupcake. So cupcake can be made with an oval, kind of like a trapezoid, an upside down trapezoid. Another oval. And then the top is a little more organic, so it's not necessarily a flat shape that we're used to. So the top, we'll tackle that in a minute. I mean, you can do it like an ice cream cone and do it a sphere on the top. And do like a dollop of icing on the top that way. So we can do that both ways. So, all right, I'm gonna do my oval. I'm gonna connect my trapezoid. Then this time I'm gonna do the oval, just the bottom part, right? Only half of it right here, because I don't want it to look see-through. Then on top, what I can do is I can do a shape kind of like this. All right, and notice I did like the same kind of line here. That makes it a little more 3D shaped if I add that same kind of line. Now let me erase that old one in there. Erase that. I can add a sphere, cherry on top. Okay, erasing some more of those details. These lines are just like the lines that would be inside of your cupcake paper. All right, the last one that I'm gonna do that reminds me of Wayne Thiebaud's art is a gumball machine. So that is very similar to the cupcake, but we're just kind of flipped. So we're gonna do a small oval up top, big oval down bottom, trapezoid in between, and a big circle on the top. Okay, so oval, trapezoid, half of the oval, and then a big circle on top. Now this definitely needs that like moon shape to show that it is shiny. And this actually, you could leave that line because it is glass. Then we're gonna do like the door where you get your gumball out. Then the little knob that you use to turn to put a quarter in. And then if you want to, you can draw a whole bunch of spheres inside. Again, a sphere is just a three-dimensional circle. Okay, so those are our practice three-dimensional shape drawings. If you just want to practice other shapes, you can flip to the back of another page. You can practice cubes and rectangular prisms. So again, a rectangular prism is a rectangle with two parallelograms. Parallelogram number one, parallelogram number two. A cube is a square with two parallelograms. All right, so when we take those, put them all together. Here's my cube, parallelogram number one, parallelogram number two. And my rectangular prism, parallelogram number one, and parallelogram number two. Okay, so practice drawing your three-dimensional shapes using flat shapes today. Consider what you're going to do for your next part of the project.